Hello guys, welcome back to The Tried Truth. In this episode, I'm going to take a look at a fragrance from 2018, a leather fragrance by the house of Tom Ford, none other than Ombré Leather. Stay tuned. Okay guys, we're back. So let's just get into it. Nice little leather patch. It's kind of pressed into this cutout, and I'm pretty sure it's glass. I mean, it's a heavy bottle. Cap slides into place. It is arguably the best leather fragrance ever produced. The accords of Tom Ford's Ombre Leather are obviously leather, animalic, white floral, warm spicy, amber, smoky, earthy, mossy, and patchouli. So it opens in the top with cardamom. In the mid, you get leather and jasmine, amber, moss, and patchouli in the base. It was love at first sniff when I got this one. I followed a few YouTubers, I'd read some reviews, and sure enough, as soon as I got it, I couldn't believe how good the fragrance is. Every time I wear this fragrance, it's as good as it was the first time I wore it. I never get tired of it. So let's get into, the scent profile, what it smells like. It's refined and masculine. Obviously with a dark black leather note, and that's what you kind of get. It's really smooth, not a harsh medicinal leathery note. It's very, very smooth, cold, black. Even though the fragrance does have a warm appeal to it, you get this thick, black, cold leather smell from it, especially at first, and it seems like it warms up after a few minutes and starts to dry down. It is a linear scent, but when I say it's linear, don't see that as a negative. Picture this. The best stage of a fragrance, sometimes it's in the mid. When you're still smelling the top, you're starting to smell the base notes, but you're caught in the mid there. This fragrance is linear, but it's always in the finest stage, and it's at peak performance. And it's the best smell that you can get from the fragrance, but it's from start to finish, and it never goes away. It's got eternal longevity. If you get it on your clothes, it just goes on and on and on. But as far as I can tell you, when you apply the fragrance and the notes start to develop, it's very fruity, floral, and sweet, with a heavy undertone of darkness. Maybe when you first get this fragrance, you might think, oh man, it smells great right now. I hope it doesn't die down, and it never does. It stays perfect all the way through. It's a home run fragrance, a masterpiece fragrance. So like I said, black, warm, leathery, with a sweet, fruity, opulent, aromatic jasmine. One of the sweetest jasmine notes that you'll ever encounter in a fragrance. It's a perfection, and it lacks boredom. This thing, you'll never get bored of this fragrance. It's so good. Dark and light mixed, kind of like a lifting fog. You get this appeal to this fragrance. It's just so good. Obviously it's a sexy fragrance. It's sensual, masculine, confident, dominant, dangerous type of scent. This is like Darth Vader would wear this. It's such a set apart fragrance from all the others. It's easily the best leather fragrance. And there's a lot to offer when it comes to leather. You get the different types of leather fragrances. Some smell like more like rawhide, some smell like suede, but this one is a dark black, thick leather fragrance. It certainly leaves the others just in wanting. And this is like liquid leather in a bottle. It's very clean, very pleasant fragrance. Very nice atomizer, if I can hit it. Okay. Man. So right away, you get a blend of dark, fruity, and floral. And it stays that way all the way through. I wore this to my mom's funeral a couple of months back, and it was a very comforting scent. It's nothing that it's not overdone. It's not like some Tom Ford fragrances like Black Orchid or anything that's going to blow everyone's head off. This is a very, very elegant, just somber fragrance in a good way. It's just it's retained. It doesn't overpower the room or anything. It's an arm length fragrance, and when people get near you, they just smell it. It's so good. And I want to say this too. Even though it's a leather fragrance, it's classified as a leather fragrance. And I mean, you're always smelling the leather. That's not all it is. It's equally a jasmine type of fruity fragrance. There is no fruits listed in the notes, but it's probably the mixture of the sweet cardamom and the jasmine and amber. But you get this fruitiness from it. It's the sweetest jasmine you can imagine. Like if you had a bouquet of wildflowers right in your face and you're just picking up this sweetness. That's what you're getting here. It's very refined and masculine. It's compelling. It's fruity, floral, and sweet. Black, warm leather. Like I said, at first it comes off like a cold leather seats in a very expensive car. But as the fragrance warms up, it just, man, it just starts to smell so good. Like I said, it's absolutely perfection. It's a masterpiece fragrance. It needs nothing. There's nothing to change about it. They did come out with the Parfum version, and I'm reading reviews and everyone's saying it's not as good. Now check this out. If you don't want to spend $150, there's a smaller bottle as well. I'm not sure what that one goes for. But if you don't want to spend that kind of money and you want to get your nose on this, there is an option here. I'll post it here. It's called Afnan Rare Carbon. It's getting a lot of hype. It's a clone fragrance. I guess it's kind of somewhere in the middle of this one and the Parfum. I bought this by recommendation of one of my subscribers. He told me, he's like, Mike, I have a recommendation for you. Try Ombré leather and let me know what you think. And one of the best decisions I ever made. I love fragrances probably more than anyone should. It's just my thing, man. It's a hobby. It's more than a hobby for me. But when I went ahead and got this, I fell in love with it immediately. You're getting so much more than what's noted, what's listed. It's a black, smoky leather. It's a villain's fragrance, a dark, ominous fragrance, but at the same time, it's elevated with such a sweetness. So it's almost like good and evil in a bottle at the same time, just at war, constantly swirling. This is one of the best fragrances ever created, Afnan Rare Carbon. That has a lot more notes going on. And everyone's saying it's very close to this. Obviously, this is going to be more refined. In fact, I'm going to tell you, I probably won't get it because I'll just buy this again. This is one that I won't live without this one. There's a few in my collection that I won't live without. I could say this is in my top 5 favorite fragrances of all time. This is definitely up there. It's the sweetest jasmine, and it almost smells fruity because it's like, how could jasmine be that sweet? And it works so well, but like you're getting 3 things out of this fragrance. The blackness of that bottle, it's not just leather, it's smoke. Okay, you're getting a smokiness, you're getting the jasmine, and you're getting the leather. Now the cardamom and the other players here, patchouli and moss and amber, those things are helping out to develop these other scents. I know that's what's happening. They're supporting characters here. But leather, jasmine, there's no smoke listed, but it's somehow or another there's some chemical composition in here. I absolutely love this fragrance, and in the fragrance community, everyone else seems to as well. But I would say that if you haven't tried it, you should. Perfect cold weather scent. You can wear it any time of year. I really wouldn't put an age on this one. It's a really unique scent. It stands alone. It's not just a leather fragrance. You could classify this as a floral fragrance. You could classify it as an incense or smoky fragrance. You could say those things about it because it is those things. But calling it a leather fragrance just seems to work. It fits the genre. It just fits. It filled a gap in 2000, what is it, 2018? Ominous. This is just, man, this is excellence. One of my favorite dark fragrances. Obviously, uniqueness, it's a 10. So quality, absolute, complete quality. There's no blast of alcohol. There's nothing synthetic in this. This smells so completely natural. It's very well done. The scent profile, it's a 10. I mean, it's just a beautiful scent. I love it. They've equally hit you with, like I said, the jasmine and the leather. They blend so well. Now, the leather is a little stronger than the jasmine, but the jasmine is riding right there. And like I said, it's kind of swirling the good and evil thing, just kind of like this battle in heaven type of thing. This thing is just excellent fragrance and value for the price. I'd pay more for it. If you can get this for $150, I'd still pay more for this very bottle. I won't live without this one. I'll always have this fragrance. If they ever talk about discontinuing it, I'm going to have to stock up. But yeah, this is absolute masterpiece. It's the pinnacle of a lot of fragrance collections out there. If you've got this one, you're doing it right, you know. But it's, like I said, it's sweet leather, very sweet leather, dark. It's clean. It's like the essence of sophistication. This thing is, man, it's just so far above so many other fragrances. But this is a very rich leather scent and a very sweet jasmine. Just 10 out of 10 all day long. All day long. One of the best fragrances ever created. So that's pretty much all I can say about it, guys. I thank you for checking out the review and stopping into the Try Truth. We'll see you next time.